All right, a very good evening to all of you. Thank you so much for coming around. This is the Data Analysis class. My name is Shola Yegusi for Business and Tech Transformation Academy, BATA. So we've started this journey and we've been moving very, very well. I'm sure that you must have learned one or two things, okay? But then let's learn something really, really cool today again, um, because it's supposed to be a progressive journey, so to say. So I'm sure you can hear me. So just type in the chat box, say yes, 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 if you can hear me. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. So I'm going to share my screen right now so that we can move straight into it. Okay. So what we're going to be doing today is about uh, car inventory database. Car inventory database. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to uh, I'm going to so let me go to my desktop. Go to my desktop. Now, okay, before that, let me so I'm just going to open Excel. All right. Okay. Let me go to the documents on my desktop. So look at these documents. Now, of course, you can have PDF, you can have blah, blah, blah. So look at these two documents. Okay, they are not the regular. So let me open it so I can see it. All right, look at this. You can see it, almost jam-packed, so to say. But then you have these commas here. The commas are separators, okay? Column separators, so to say. You get to understand that as you move. Okay, so this is one. This particular file format, document format, is called a text document. What we have always been using is the Excel workbook format or probably CSV format. And that's very easy to use because it's Excel. But what if the organization gives you this kind of document, having the data, the raw data that you're supposed to use, okay? How will you manipulate it? How will you go about it? So this is one, all right? Let me show you the other one. The other one, okay, look at this one. This is even a little bit spaced out, but yet it's not looking like the Excel that we know. So you won't be able to work with this. This is also a test document, okay? So in this case, you don't have the commas, the limitations, okay? So how do you then go about a document like this if that's the format that you were given? All right, so let's go back to Excel. Let me close these documents. I need to show you something in Excel. So if you want to work with this kind of document in Excel, though it's not an Excel document, but this is what you should do. So come to File, okay, come to a blank workbook, all right, and you can say open. So open, try to browse where the document is. It's on my desktop, okay, and now you can see on my desktop, the file is not there, and that's because you have all Excel files here. So because you have opened Excel, okay, Excel will only pick Excel files. And that's why the documents you have here have Excel files. And so, the other document isn't there. So what you need to do is tap this and say all files, all manner of files, whether PDF, whether document, a text file, whatever, it will pick it, or movie or whatever. So When you click all files, then you can scroll down and you'll be able to see the one we are looking for. Okay, so let's pick this first. Let me show you something and then open. So you can see delimited. Of course, that's what we'll go for. We won't go for fixed width. Okay. And look at this. This is mashed together, not separated yet. Okay. So let's go for next. So next, how are we going to separate them? Here you have tab. Tab is going to work for this one. Okay. If you remove tab and say semicolon, semicolon will not work for this. Semicolon is not a delimiter. Okay. It's not the separator. All right. So you can see that it's still convoluted, jam-packed, so to say. Then if you go to comma, comma cannot also separate it. Okay. Space and blah, 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 they won't do the job. So tab will do the job. And then you can say next. You can see as soon as I tap tab, you know, it was separated into different columns. All right. So you can say next and you can say finish. And here you go. Okay. Here you go. But this is not the document. Let's use the second one. So let's go here. Let's open and let's browse and our desktop, all files, and let's take it down and use the other one. So let's use this one, okay? And you know, you'll be able to see the difference. So delimited, of course, and you can see the commas here. So let's go next. Now this time around, tab will not do it, okay? Semicolon, no. Comma will do it. You can see the commas. So these commas are actually the separators. So you tap it, you can see that separated into different columns, all right? And then you say next, you say finish, and there you go. Beautiful. So here we are now trying to work on this particular document is now in Excel. We have it in the format that we want it to be, okay? So like I always tell you, the first thing first, you wrap test so that you can see everything that you have here, okay? Nothing is hidden, all right? And you can control A, okay? And you can auto fit, all right? Auto fit column width so that nothing will be hidden. So look at this one. Let me show you something. Look at this. Car ID, you know, is stepping into column B, and we don't want that. So let's try and auto fit so that everything will be spaced out properly. Beautiful. All right, that's good. So in this particular raw data, what do you have? You have car ID. You know, this company has some cars. You have some drivers driving them. So car ID, the make of the car, the make, full name, the model full name, the manufacturer year, age, miles per year, color, driver, the driver driving, you know, that each particular car, the warranty miles, whether, you know, this vehicle, each of the vehicle, whether it's covered by insurance based on the number of miles they've covered, or probably they are not, and then we'll give it a new car ID. Don't worry, I'm going to explain all of this to you. It's not rocket science, but just pay attention, all right? Pay attention. So this is the car ID. We want to put the make here. So the make here is FD, which is Ford. Okay, so how do I slice out Ford out of this long string of character and put it here? So you do your formula, okay, equals left. Okay, you want to slice something from the left-hand side. Double click left. And so which text you want to slice from? This one, comma, the number of characters that you want to slice. We just need FD, that is 2. So from the left, it's going to slice 2 characters, all right? Close your bracket, enter. There you go, you have FD, all right? So let me click it again. Left, the text you want to slice something from, comma, how many characters, 2, FD. You put 2, you close your bracket, and then you have FD. So you can imagine, you know, a layman will start typing FD, 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 FD. And when he gets here, we type GM for General Motors. Imagine you doing that down, 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 down. Come on, it will take a lot of time. So as a data analyst, there are better ways you use your formulas to achieve that, okay? So you set the formula down so that you can, boom, there you go. All right, that is done. We have been able to do the make, okay? How about the make, the full name? So this FD actually means Ford, all right? So how do we put Ford here? And also put the corresponding car name, okay? The make, the full name. How do we put it here also without having to type it, without having to type into each cell? I mean, that will take a lot of time. So that's what we need to do as data analysts. So let me do filter, okay? Filter. Now you can see these arrows popping up. So for the okay, let's see the cars, the make that we have. So we have about 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can actually type them out here, or if you like, you can say, okay, FD, all right, GM, okay, and then you have TYHO, TYHO, TYHO. I'm going somewhere. That's why I'm typing them out. HO, CRHY, 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 CRHY. Okay, beautiful. How many are there now? 6. Okay, let's look at it. Is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. So these are the cars. So this is Ford. This is General Motors. This is Toyota. This is Honda. This is Chrysler. And this is Hyundai. All right, beautiful. Good. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to cut it. I'll cut it because we're going to put maybe for the sake of shots or whatever, or we might just you know, bring it down, or probably we just leave it here. Okay, it depends on you. If you're not putting your shot here, you can just you know, just leave it here, or you bring it down here, anywhere around here, okay? But since I'm going to teach you pivot table, so we might not likely put any shot here. So let's just leave it here, okay? So instead of cutting it, let's just, sorry, Control Z. Let's copy it. I mean, let's highlight it and sort. Now, what we want to do is called VLOOKUP. Okay, VLOOKUP. So you say sort. You must sort it alphabetical order. All right. So you can see CR coming first now instead of FD that we had before. You just okay. Somebody is asking, what if the test is in between? Don't worry, we're going to get there. All right, so so this has been sorted now in alphabetical order. So let's come here and do VLOOKUP equals VLOOKUP. All right, double click. Now the lookup value. What is the lookup value? The lookup value is this, comma, the table array. This is the table array. So highlight all this table. All right, so you have it there, comma. Then the column index number. So you have 2 columns here. So where you want, where you have your full name is actually in the second column. This is column 1, column 2. Okay, so you want it to look at this table anywhere, you know, it finds, you know, it will look at, I will look out for CR. CR will now return Chrysler. Anywhere you have FD will return Ford instead. Anywhere you have GM will return General Motors, okay? So this is the second column, so you put 2 and you close your bracket, enter. There you go. So what that formula will do is to look at this table. The name you put in front of each abbreviation is what will be returned to this column, okay? So let's go by it again. VLOOKUP, the lookup value, which is this, comma, the table array, which is this, then comma, the number of, the column number of the full name, okay, which is 2. You close your bracket, enter. So let's drag it down. Let's drag it down, and there you go. Boom. Now, there is an error, okay? So let's look at it, ladies and gentlemen. So Ford, it worked here, but it's not working here. So what happened? So let's look at it. You double click. Okay, so it picked FD. Yes, that's fine. How about the table array? Look at the table array. It didn't cover all of this. So something has happened. Relative referencing, absolute referencing. Okay, so let's come to this one. It picked all this table, isn't it? Then the second one, it jumped. So it's doing relative referencing, just moving one step, away, okay? And then when you come to the third one here, it jumped to the next, all right? When you come to the fourth one here, it's jumping, all right? So we have to do absolute referencing instead of relative. So you come here, you put your $sign, and you come here, you put your $sign, enter, all right? So let's stretch it down. The errors must definitely disappear. So what it did then is that, it couldn't find, now, there you go. But let me do Control Z, all right? So when you click this now, look at this. It was looking for FD, but couldn't find FD. That's why it said not accessible, not available. That's why you have NA there, okay? So, but, with our absolute referencing will surely be good. So let's put our $sign. Okay, it's there already. So let's just drag it down. Okay, drag it down, and there you go. Beautiful. So good, 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 good. All right, beautiful, good. So how about model? The model is MTG. MTG is Mustang. So we want to bring out MTG from here. MTG, like the question somebody just asked in the chat box now, how do we take from the middle? So you say equals mid, not left. All right, now mid, okay? The text that you want to take, slice something from, comma, the start number, where are you starting from? From M, isn't it? So how many numbers is that? FD06M, that's the fifth character, the fifth number, all right? So, comma, how many characters do you want to slice? MTG, that's 3. And then you close your bracket, boom, MTG, right there for you, okay? Let's go over it again. So you say mid, you open your bracket, A2, which is where you want to cut something from, slice something from, comma, the start number, okay? Where is it starting from? From the fifth character, okay? So you put 5, comma. How many characters do you want to slice out? 3. MTG, 1, 2, 3, 3. You close your bracket, there you go. You apply it to other stuff, and you'll be fine. Beautiful. There you go. All right, let's see if there's any error. All right, no error. Beautiful. So let's go to the model name, the full name now. So Mustang will now be written as Mustang here in full. So let's do what we did here, okay, the other time. So maybe we should just put it here, MTG, FCS, CMR, CLV CAM, CLV CAM, for and what again? We have Civic, and we have ODY, and we have PTC Car Ella, PTC Car Car Ella. All right, beautiful. Okay. Of course, you can also go here. You can also go here and look for them. Okay, it's the same thing. Good. All right, so let's put in the full name. This is Mustang. This is Focus. And this is Camaro. This is Verado. This is Camry. This is Corolla. This is Civic. This is Odyssey. This is PT Cruiser. This is Caravan. And this is Lentra. Okay, beautiful. So let's sort this alphabetical order. All right, A to Z, not Z to A to Z. And let's do our VLOOKUP. Okay, equals VLOOKUP. So it's going to look up for that number. The lookup value, this one, comma, the table array. The table array is this. All right, beautiful. Comma. What is the column for the full name? The second column, that's 2. And you close bracket, enter. Mustang, beautiful. So let's stretch it down, ladies and gentlemen. And there you go. So there is error. Okay, so that's because, I mean, of course, we should have put our $sign, because definitely relative referencing and absolute referencing. Okay, so let's stretch it down. There won't be any error this time around, for sure. Boom. There you go. So the error we have now is just about numbers. So let's look at it. This one. So what happened here? Look at this very well. This is 0 OD. It should be OOD, not 0 OD. I've told you before, as a data analyst, 0 and O, there's big difference between them. It can change your analysis. It can determine so many things. You know, okay, somebody is asking, how do we know the full name of, okay, well, I mean, some of us like cars, so we know. And of course, you can do your research. You do your research, and the company you are working for too, definitely they can give you all of those names in case you don't know those names, okay? All right, so this should be O, not 0. So let me click this. So I'll come here. Now, what happened really was that, now look at this format. The format is that the first two character will be 2 letters. 2 letters, 2 digits, 3 letters, and then 3 numbers, okay? But in this case, 2 letters, about 3 digits. No, it shouldn't be. That 0 was not supposed to be there. So that 0, this 0 is not supposed to be here. So somebody made a mistake by imputing it, okay? All right, so you can see now that when we changed it, you can see that this has changed. Okay, it's now ODY, not 0 OD. Okay, good. So that is cleared. Let's go up and see if we'll have another error somewhere. All right, beautiful. No errors anywhere again. So manufacture year. Manufacture year is 06. How do we cut that? How do we cut that? Okay. So let's use our mid again. Mid, and then the test. And what do we want to cut? The start number. So it's starting from 3. Okay. And how many are we cutting? 06. That's 2. We close bracket. There you go. So you take it down, 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 down. All right, beautiful. There you go. Let's see if we have some errors. No errors. Brilliant. Okay, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. But very soon you might see some. All right. Okay. So. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. Okay, beautiful. So let's go. The age, okay, the age of the car will be the manufacture year. I mean, the year we are right now minus the manufacture year, isn't it? So let's say equals 24 minus 06. And that gives us 18, okay? So you drag it down. And there you go. Okay. This is, let's stretch it. All right. So look at this. Look at this. Minus 75. Come on. That's strange. Then look at this one. The value. There's an exclamation. So look at this. Something's wrong here. This is 05. It should be 05. So somebody made a mistake while imputing this stuff. So let's come here and change it to 0. And there you go. It has adjusted. Beautiful. Then let's see other ones that we can sort out. Okay. Okay, we have minus 72, minus 74. All right, we'll come back to that one. This one, 09. No, it should be 09. All right. As a data analyst, you must have I for details. Okay. All right, beautiful. Adjusted. What else again? This one is also 06. It should be 06. There you go. And what else again? Good. So the only thing remaining now is all these minors. So this minus is as a result of what we call the Y2K bug. So from the year 2000, Excel was began to have this problem. So in trying to calculate the number of years. So ordinarily, before year 2000, you won't see any negative. Okay, so Excel cannot comprehend that, oh, we have moved into 2000 and there's need. Okay, so for example, here now, it should be like 2 years before year 2000, and then you had the remaining number of years. Okay, if it's 2024, that means 2 plus 24, that would be 26. Okay, but I mean, it couldn't just add it properly. So, so in this case, we have to do some manipulation. So let's come here and say equals, let's do our if formula. All right, if formula. So let's do a logical test. Let's say, now, you know what? We are using 24, isn't it? We are using 24. Okay, all right. Let's go back to 24. I want to show you something. I want us to use 14 and also use 24, 2024, and 2014. Well, let's stick with 24 first, and then we'll come back to 14, and then, okay, let's start with 14 first, and we can then, okay, what was here before? 18, all right? So let's use 14. Let's look at the formula. Let's use 14, okay? Let's stretch it down. Let's stretch it down. I just want to use that to show you something. Of course, it's also bringing negative, negative, negative. All right, just as you have for 24. So what do? We say if the logical test will be 14, if 14 minus this is less than 0. Now, listen to this. When it is less than 0, the subtraction, when it's less than 0, that's when we have the negatives, isn't it? When it is less than 0, what will be the true value? The true value will be 100 minus the number of years here. Okay? The number of years here. For example, if this is 98 now, 1998, it will be 100 minus 98. That will give you 2 years before year 2000. Okay? Plus 14. Okay? So 100 minus 98, then you now add 14, okay, to it, since you are now in 2014, okay? That will be the true value if the subtraction is negative, less than 0. But if that is not the case, it will be the normal 14 minus whichever year that is here, okay? Which means that on most cases, most cases, the number here, if you remove it from 14, it will give you a positive value. All right, even if it's year 2000, it will give you what is it now? It will give you 14. Okay, 14 minus 0. That's what it will give you. So let's do it. So this is 8. Now stretch it down. That will be able to correct all the minuses that we have. Beautiful. So here now, what it did is that it looked at it. It said, okay, 14 minus 99 is less than 0. Okay, that's okay. Since it's less than 0, the true value will be what? 100 minus 99, which is 1, plus 14, which is now 15. Beautiful. So there we go. There we go. It has corrected it perfectly well. Beautiful. Now, let's come here. There's something I need to show you. Before we change it to 2024. All right, miles per year means that this number of miles divided by this. That's what it is. So equals this divided by this. Enter. That's miles per year. All right, so let's drag it down. Okay, so when you see this hash tag, just open up the space. It means that the space is not enough. So look at all this. You have divided by 0. Okay, so it means that this vehicle was produced in 2014. Okay, so it means that 14 minus 14 giving us 0. All right, that's why it's bringing this divide by 0. Okay, and this one too, divide by 0, and this. Okay, so now, even if this car was produced in 2024, okay, 2014 rather, it's not up to a year. Yes, we agree. But it can be 0 months old. That's not possible. Look at this. It has covered about 3,708 miles already. So when it was produced, it was sent out to distributors, blah, blah, blah. Somebody bought it. This company bought it. So it must have spent about 3-5 months. There's no doubt about that. Okay. So let's try and change this formula. There's no how, so we're going to make an assumption. Okay. We're going to make an assumption. we're going to make an assumption. So now we would say instead of this G2, okay, which is 0 in some cases, we would have to add, oh, sorry. We will add 0.5, that is, like maybe half a year, all right? That's the assumption that, okay, the car has spent about 6 months because it's been driven, all right, for some months, and that's why it has covered some thousands of miles, okay? So 0.5, as an assumption, but make sure you close your open and close bracket here. If not, it will not give you the right answer. If you didn't close the bracket, it will do division first, then it will now add 0.5. But what we want to do really, the correct thing is that we add 0.5 first to the number of years before the division can take place. So let's do that. So beautiful. And then we can stretch these down to correct all of those stuff. Yep, now corrected. Now let's take this, let's reduce the decimal point. Okay, beautiful. All right. So just by clicking this, okay. All right, so that's it. But then let's go back to our real stuff. Okay, the age, let's change it to 24. I just wanted to use that to show you some stuff. That's why I use 14. Okay, let's change it to 24, and then let's change this to 24. So for 24, there won't be need to add 0.5 because it should really work fine. Okay, for 24, all of the years will bring a positive value. So 24, 24, 24, beautiful. All right, good. So let's stretch it down. The answers should differ by 10. Now we're using 24. Good, beautiful. And this has to, okay, so this has to also change. All right. So let's look at this. Okay, so we might not need this again. All right, we might not need that assumption again. Okay, all right, so let's drag it down. Let's drag it down. Okay, beautiful. There you go. All right, so we can make it just one decimal place. All right, this is a color. Okay, and these are the drivers driving those cars. So warranty miles, for it to be covered by insurance, it must have covered this, it must